Hey, love bugs, it's Roslyn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. Just thank you so much. Being able to know that my videos are helping you is putting your mind at ease, to know that you are not the only one dealing with the crazy situations that we are dealing with, but it's going to help us, just giving us the lessons and blessings going throughout our journey. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Even hit that notification bell. Drop me a line. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just tell me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. Also, if you feel like the videos give you good vibes, good information, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath going through some really dark times right now, you need confirmation or validation towards your life path or even your soul purpose, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share in your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And today, my meditation music is called, it's another one called Prayer Music. Talk to the universe. Oneness, align with source. 396 hertz, let go of fear and guilt. And I will post that link in the description box below. And my video today is about Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. Don't use the same, do not use the old energy into a new endeavors. Wait a minute, hold up. Now that you're moving with wiser eyes, y'all can see it was like a reflection on that, so I had to pull it closer. But yeah, it's so true. It's like the way, before we got awakened and how we used to deal with things. We can't do it after. You can't do the same thing. It's just like I told y'all, dealing with a lot of things, like getting to my higher self. I used to smoke weed, dealing with stress. I used to smoke cigarettes, drink, have me a couple of glasses of wine or something just to get through it. And it's just like when I used to, smoke, it was just, to level myself out, block out all the vibes I was getting other than my own, because it was just like really crazy when I was, manifesting all this stuff. I didn't realize it was just like those things that'll come out my mouth. I'll be talking about other people's thoughts. I'm like, what the heck did that come from? Or my daughter's father be sitting right there and he was just like, why are you in my head? And I'm like, I wasn't trying to be. Your mom was speaking to me. He was like, you need to stop doing that. That is so weird. All different things were coming out. But once you go through that spiritual awakening, it's like you have to be able to have a new state of mind, how you deal with things. And I'm proud of myself for that, because it's like, when I deal with things head on. Either I'm going to say what I need to say, let it go. And at times it was hard for me to let it go. There are certain things I'm still dealing with, and I have to be able to let that go, be able to have peace with myself. Don't allow myself to keep on having that going through my mind all the time. It was like certain numbers right before I did this video. And it was like double up on numbers. And I looked at it and it said, don't dwell on the past. Don't concentrate. Don't sit up here and daydream about the future. You have to just deal with it now. And that's what is true. And I just said that in the video. I was like, they're echoing exactly what I said. And it's true. You cannot find the old ways and keep going old ways to a new situation. Is not going to work. It never will. Because it's just like when you concentrate on keep doing it the same old way you did it before, it's going to take you right back to square one. And I know you're getting tired of that. It's just like you watch a movie and keep putting it back on the same chapter. You already started that. You already knew what everything was going to happen. You try to get to something new. So learn something else, seeing from movie where it is and all that different stuff. It's just like being able to deal with things. You have to be able to take a whole new approach, be able to look at it in a whole new different way, because it's not going to work. It'll leave you stuck like Chuck. I'm telling you, like, okay, what am I supposed to do now? There's a lot of times where we have to go out in nature. Like today, I was so proud of myself. I actually ran for a little bit. I said I took a jawalk. And I was telling my dad, I was like, I'm so happy I took a jawalk. He's like, what the heck is a jawalk? I jogged a little bit and I walked the rest of the way. I said, my ass is old. I can't run like I was in my 20s. And I was seeing people out there. They said, you were actually taking that hill like pretty good. I said, I stopped when I seen them two big dogs. And I was like, hold up. I don't know if I keep jogging like that, they might jump over that fence and try to attack me. So I walked, a little bit past there, and I ran again. It's like I would stop, get my breath, let my heart rate come down, then go run again. Walked, and I was seeing some of my neighbors outside, talking to them about the flowers and the plants and stuff, talking to my senior citizen neighbors. You learn a lot from senior citizens. They can tell you a lot of stuff. So it was like all these different new plants. It was so beautiful, and they caught my eye, and I had to ask them. So it's just like things like that I was dealing with, and it allowed me, when I'm in nature, I get, clarity. I get to be able to speak to the universe about things that I'm going through, talk it out instead of allowing my emotions cloud my judgment. Because a lot of times we can do that, and that's how, sometimes you have to be able to do that. Do things that uplift you, even though you're having confusion about certain things that's going on in your life. When you either meditate, take yourself out and like go for a swim. Now I was getting to the point where it's summertime, so you can be able to swim, or as soon as I said that, my phone lit up. Do things that give you joy. So it's like when you're going through some state of confusion or whatever, give yourself that quiet time to allow the universe to speak to you, because they'll send you answers in so many different ways when you're going through things. You have to allow yourself to be able to see what they're trying to teach you, and sometimes you might not like the answers they're going to give you, because it's like sometimes I'm like, I already did that, and they were like, no, you didn't. Because there are certain things they'll send me, and I do not like the answer I'm gonna get, because I'm like, I know you didn't. Like, oh yes, we did. Yes, we did. We did do that. And I had to be able to deal with it. Being able to deal with the universe's corrective criticism, because a lot of time they be blunt about it. It's like, let go of that. Like, I'll be sitting up here waking up thinking about some money issues, and they say if you allow you to trust in God, don't be able to trust in yourself. You got to be able to trust in God and know that everything that you're dealing with is going to be supplied to you. Don't worry about that. Because there's times I get so frustrated, applying for jobs and, waiting for the answer to come back. And, and I'm like, universe, I'm trying to take care of myself. It's like, no, quit. Quit trying to do that and allow the universe to be able to help you. Whatever you're supposed to do, you will be able to do. Because a lot of times I'll be trying to get jobs just to have it, and they're like, no, because that's going to mess up what we got you doing right here, because this job is not going to last you. Don't be trying to jump into something just to be making somebody else happy. You shouldn't do that. And there's sometimes when I be just like, okay, I'm going to jump into it, and then it's not working. I don't get a reply back, or I get called for a second interview and they don't have the third. It's just like all different things is coming up to you, and you can get frustrated. You can get impatient. You can get worrisome, and it's just like you're not trusting in yourself and the universe. And it's just like I told y'all, you have to be able to go through different things, because that's how I used to deal with things. Jumping from stuff and trying to please somebody else when they were just trying nothing to do except bring me down in the first place. So it's just like everything that happens, it happens for a reason. There's a lot of times when we question ourselves as well as the universe, and whatever you do, please don't question the universe, because they know more about your life than you do. And it's just like a lot of times we don't have faith in ourselves that things are going to happen. Sometimes we're so bad looking at mistakes or looking for something to happen, we manifest that. So you have to be able to have faith in yourself as well as the universe. Everything, when they tell you to go this way and you're like, oh God, I don't know what's coming, because we fear what we don't see. We fear what we don't understand. And you can't be walking around fear and trembling and stuff like that. You got to be able to know that God and them got your back, on these things. So allow yourself, when you're walking around on wiser eyes, it's like you're seeing everything new to a whole different way. Because I know when you had that spiritual awakening, you really started seeing things for what they truly were. You're like, really? This is really what's going on? And then when you see other people that are not awake, you be looking at them and they be like, what's wrong with you? I'm not even about to have this discussion, because you wouldn't understand. Because I remember people that were woke that was talking to me. I'm like, what the what? What are you talking about? I really wanted to know what y'all were talking about. And I didn't know. They were like, Rosalind, if you be awakened, baby, you'll know, because it'll be over your head. And that's what it sure enough was. Now I'm at that point where I'm trying to explain it to people. And I said, I even stop. I'm like, don't do that. They're like, what? Don't do it. Because I had to tell people that, I do empath counseling with. Don't try to just sit up here and explain yourself towards people that is not awake. It's going to be talking like a whole different language to them. They are not going to understand. So it's just like when you have new things that's coming into your life that's very challenging, that you may not know, you have to try a whole new different approach than you used to do before you woke. You have to be able to look at things in a whole new different way. Knowing these are going to be the things that's going to head bigger and better things towards your blessings a lot. It teach you a lot more than you were even prepared to learn. A lot of times it's just like, I have these pains up on my shoulders, and I've told other people, when you have pains on your lower back or even close to your shoulder blades, or you might feel that tingling, numb feeling on your shoulder blades, because a lot of time I get aggravated because I be itching right there, knowing I can't scratch it. Even when I'm in the shower, I be scrubbing a mess out of it. As soon as I get out of the shower, I start itching again. And it's just like when I have visions of when I used to have wings before, and I said, this is what this is. When you used to having something right there, and it's like these things are very big. And it might seem crazy to other people, but if you were that one that had those wings, you would know you start having those little tingly feelings or even sharp pains or something, like somebody done snipped your wings off. Because you done used to have them back in the day. Because it's just like you'll start having little visions of things you had before you got in this human suit, that you were something very extraordinary that you just can't process yet. Because it's like the further I get into my awakened state, the more I get into my gift, being able to be comfortable embracing it through all measures and levels, then I start getting new information about myself. I'm like, what? I did a what? And then it's just like when people like, Rosalind, yeah, I have these pains and tingling feeling. I say, yes, because those were where your wings used to be. And sometimes and I know how a lot of us speak, because it's just like, I remember before my awakened state, I always wanted these wings tattooed on my back. Like I wanted me some 3D wings, because I remember I seen it on this girl. I said, oh my God, those are freaking beautiful. And she had these big wings, and I didn't realize that was an earth angel in front of me. Just like I got a tattoo of a cat on my chest. And my tattooist only had two people, him and his brother, my friend Cat and my friend Will, that were the only one who can tattoo my body. I did not allow nobody else to touch my body but them. And I got mad at Cat one time. No, Will. Yeah, Cat, because that was his brother. Cat sit up here, and I told him I wanted a Black Panther going across my chest. And he was like, oh, I'm going to give you some footprints and this and this and that, like he's walking out of your heart. And I noticed, because I was popping pills at that time because I couldn't take that pain. I looked up and, not to be nasty, but the head is too small. Why did you do that? And didn't realize later on in life, it was just letting me know this is my stamp. If I come past any Wiccans or pagans or warlocks or whatever you want to call them, that'll be my stamp for them to know I'm a part of their covenant. And I didn't realize that. It's like everything is not an accident. Not everything is coincidence. Some of these things had to occur in your life for you to be able to look back at it and like, dang, now I'm starting to know. So it's just like more and more things is, I've opened myself up to, and it's just like, okay, we see her handling her own. We see that she's trying to educate herself as well as others, bringing awareness to them, allow them to know these things are occurring in your life for a reason. These things are teaching you beyond every measures that you couldn't even think about processing back about 4 or 5 years ago. Because you don't learn a lot since then. So it's just like you have to be able to look at things different, think of things different, respond to it, absorb it, all these different ways, because it's like things constantly change in our life. Things are constantly being added to it, because it's like more and more every day you're going to be embracing everything about yourself, because there's sometimes things occur in your life, especially with these different side effects. Everything should have a warning label like trust. When you go through awakening, you might feel crazy. You done lost every job. You done had all these friends, because at least you knew you weren't losing your mind. But they don't give you that side effect warning like they do on medicine bottles. So you have to find somebody like me, or somebody else, like me or whatever, going through things that allow you to know, hey, these things are occurring in your life. It's normal. You're not crazy. You're not by yourself. Go through all those different things. So trust and believe everything is happening for a reason. Sometimes it takes a little bit of confusion for you to walk down that road and being able to say, you know what, I'm going to trust in you. You're telling me to walk, I'm going to walk. When you have faith in yourself, you're not going to allow yourself to get endured and worried about what you can't see. You have to be able to have faith in everything. You have to be able to look at it for what it is and trust the process to know when it's coming to your life. Obviously, it's either for you to learn something or for you to release it. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. I hope y'all have a blessed day, because y'all probably get this by Friday anyway. So, I hope you have a blessed day weekend. And like and subscribe. Drop me a line. I will give a post notification out to Derek Honor and Spirit of the East Jernberg Healing and Miguel Hurtado. And I will see y'all in my next video. Much love to you. Send out as much love and like positivity as you possibly can. Know that you're truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always someone out there praying for you better days. I pray for y'all each and every day. And hope and pray that y'all get every dream that y'all fighting so hard to get. And send out as much love and like positivity as you possibly can. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love, peace. Be wild.